PTCI Channel 2 welcomes you to Tiger Stadium in Guymon, Oklahoma for tonight's 5A quarterfinal playoff game between the Piedmont Wildcats and the Guymon Tigers. The Guymon Tigers come in tonight's contest 10-1, and the district champs of District 1. But their one loss came to the Piedmont Wildcats earlier in the season down at Piedmont 4-0. The starting lineup for the Tigers tonight: at forward, junior number 7, Javier Medina. Also a junior number 12, Eric Guerrero. At the midfield, a sophomore number 6, Uzziah Urquiza. At senior number 8, Alex Ruiz. Senior number 9, Jesus Sanchez. Junior number 10, George Nolasco. And a senior number 14, Raul Calzadias. Back at the defensive end, a senior number 4, Miguel Ordonez. A junior number 11, Francisco Garcia. And a junior number 15, Snow Wynn. And in the goal, a sophomore number 22, Brian Santana. Both teams now on the field, ready for play. Piedmont also a district foe of the Tigers. In fact, all 4 teams from District 1 advanced in Week 1. All 4 still playing today. Tigers will have possession of the ball first. Referees making sure everyone's ready for play. And there's the opening whistle. Ball kicked to the back line and out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in for Piedmont. Quick throw in. Ball's taken away by Guymon. Nolasco with it. He'll kick it to the near side. Up to Medina. Ball taken away. And kicked back across the midfield stripe. Ball headed back into the Tigers' offensive end, but back again. Sanchez kicks it across, headed back now. Ball through off of Medina. Ball kicked back towards midfield by Piedmont. Ball crosses the midfield stripe high. Bounds up. Headed by Piedmont. Kicked back out by Wynn. Calzadias kicks it forward. Nolasco. Back to Ruiz. Ruiz controls it. Kicks it through to Medina. Medina's kicked back across midfield now. Wynn heads it back again. And ball out of bounds, so that'll be a throw in for the Tigers.
Into the game for the Tigers, number 6, Uzziah Urquiza.
Uzziah Urquiza into the game. We had mentioned him as a starter, but I guess there was a last minute change, but now he's into the game as Nolasco goes out. And already a yellow card given. And so Hugo Hinojos, number 16, the senior midfielder, will come into the game. So it'll be a free kick for the Wildcats, just a little bit past the midfield stripe.
No, that's not a yellow card. You had to push somebody or say something.
Not sure who came off, but there was one called. Ball kicked in back towards midfield. Piedmont controls. Headed back towards midfield. Ball volleyed back between the two teams. Medina with it at midfield. Over to Ruiz. As it knocked away. Ball up ahead. Sanchez trying to chase it down in the corner. And can't save it before it goes out the back line. So it'll be a goal kick for the Wildcats. There's the boot past the midfield stripe. Headed over to Win with it. Now over to Sanchez. Sanchez with the pass up the sideline. Calzadias, edge of the box, tries to center it, but it's kicked out the back line, so that'll be a corner kick for the Tigers. We're just 3 minutes into the contest. First scoring opportunity of the game for the Tigers. They were shut out at Piedmont, so here's the centering kick, headed by Medina, and it's just wide of the post. So it'll be a goal kick for the Wildcats. Medina, the leading goal scorer for the Tigers this year. He's got 11 on the season. Also 7 assists as well. Ball headed back into the offensive end for the Tigers at the midfield stripe.
Hey, that's something.
Ball kicked out of bounds by Piedmont. It'll be a throw in for Guymon. Calzadias kicks it ahead, but it's booted back up to midfield. Calzadias with it again. Kicks it out wide, headed back by Piedmont. Medina gets a foot on it to bring it down. Wynn blocks that kick. It's kicked back into the box. Piedmont goalie there. There's the punt to midfield. Ball still loose. Kicked hard all the way back to Santana in the goal. Santana with 44 stops on the season. Only allowed 13 goals all season long. Medina gets a foot on that one. Brings it down. Ruiz with it now. And Piedmont defense comes away with it. Ball kicked past the back line of the Guymon defense. He'll nudge it back to Santana. Kind of a dangerous play there as one of the Piedmont players raced ahead and almost got to it in time. Ball kicked out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Wildcats. Just under 5 minutes into the contest. Still no score. Here's the throw in near the edge of the box. Ball kicked into the box. There's a shot on the goal. Santana with the save. His first of the game as he was able to cut off the angle there. Ball near midfield. Calzadias with it. Back to Ruiz. Piedmont kicks it back across the midfield stripe. On the attack now. They've got good numbers. Ball up ahead. Has to wait for it. And Guymon defense there to get it away. Ruiz with it up ahead. Sanchez, I mean. Ball kicked through, but behind Medina, so Piedmont easily wins it back. Medina with it up ahead. Ball kicked up ahead. He'll try to chase it down. He's got it near the edge of the box. And foul call or hand call. Not sure what it was, but it'll be a free kick from there for the Wildcats. Here's the boot. Headed out by Hinojos. So it'll be a throw in right in front of the Tiger bench for Piedmont. Here's a throw in along the baseline. And ball out the back line. So it'll be a goal kick for the Tigers.
This is the game for the Tigers. Number 11, Francisco Garcia.
The junior defender number 11, Francisco Garcia, into the game. There's the boot. And ball kicked out of bounds by Piedmont, so it'll be a throw in near midfield. Ball kicked ahead, and it's going to be an offsides call there on Sanchez.
Depends on if Tulsa has some wins. Or East Central wins.
Our guy, and then go as the ball passes to the defender.
And there's the free kick.
I used to
Across the field. Headed back into the middle a little bit. Ordonez there, kicks it ahead towards midfield.
couldn't remember what they were calling.
Crossfield kick over to Sanchez. Kicks it ahead, let Medina chase it down near the edge of the box. Heads it forward, he's grabbed. No call. Back to Ruiz. Shot to the corner. Goal! Guymon Tigers!
Guymon Tigers. Goal by number 9.
Jesus Sanchez with a beautiful cross kick to the far post. 31-24 still to play in the first half. And the Guymon Tigers lead 1-0. Piedmont with possession now. Long kick ahead. Santana calls off the defenders and gathers it in easily. There's a punt. A little bit wide. Calzadilla saves it from going out of bounds up to Medina. Medina attacks in the middle, kicks off of a couple of Piedmont players. And ball kicked back towards midfield. Calzadilla with a nice slide there. Gains back possession up ahead to Sanchez. Sanchez tries to kick it through, but the Piedmont defense able to gather it there. Back to Garcia. Garcia kicks it high towards the goal. Ball headed back towards midfield. Piedmont now on the attack. And ball kicked out of bounds. Or no, it stays in actually. Guerrero challenges near midfield. Calzadilla tips it out to Sanchez. Back to Calzadilla. Over to Guerrero. Over to Ruiz. Ruiz through to Medina. Into the box. Shot from the corner. And easily stopped by the Piedmont goalie. Just under 30 minutes still to play in this first half. Guymon leading 1-0. Headed back towards midfield. And ball out of bounds. Last touch by Piedmont, so throw in for Guymon. Number 10, George Nolasco coming back into the game for the Tigers.
George Nolasco.
Give Calzadilla a rest. There's the throw in, headed forward. And kicked forward. Piedmont defender kicks it back across midfield. Ball still bounding in the air. And kicked deep into the box. Santana there for the easy grab. Garcia with it near midfield. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Tigers. Guerrero kicks it ahead. Medina trying to chase it down in the box. Ball loose. Oh, off the goalie's hands. And he's able to gather it before Medina could get another foot on it. Ball kicked back towards midfield. And it's rolling its way back towards the goal. Jose Naz kicks it out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in for Piedmont. They'll have to hold off as they've got a substitute waiting.
Substitution for the Wildcats.
Ball kick back towards midfield. Headed forward, Guerrero gets a foot on it there. Kicked ahead. And the Piedmont defense recovers. Wynn gets a foot on it. And a foul called right at the midfield stripe, so it'll be a free kick from there for the Tigers. Just into the offensive end. Miguel Ordonez will kick it. There's the boot. Headed forward towards the goal and easily picked up by the Piedmont goalie. Just under 27 minutes still to play in this first half. Guymon leading 1-0. Wynn kicks it towards the sideline. Urquiza saves it from going out of bounds. Ruiz has it taken away. Ball kicked back towards the goalie. Santana has trouble with that one. And it goes out the back line, so it'll be a goal kick. Santana misplayed that one a little bit and gave Piedmont an opportunity. And after that situation, they'll be willing to give them a corner kick opportunity. Here's the kick, low line drive across, but over the top of the crossbar. So the Tigers dodge a bullet there.
Into the game for the Tigers, number 3. Law 2.
Into the game for the Tigers for the first time today. Senior forward, Law 2. He'll give Medina a break. There's the goal kick. And it's going to be a foul on Piedmont, so it'll be a free kick for the Tigers. Garcia with the kick. Short kick up ahead to Ruiz. Over to Ordonez. Over to Nas. Nas through the defense. Ball kicked through. Trying to chase that down. Ball's in the box, still loose. Kicked out by the Piedmont defense. Nas chases it down. Ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw in near midfield for the Tigers. Just under 25 minutes still to play in this first half. Guymon leading 1-0. Ball kicked across the field, and that's going to go out of bounds, so it's going to be another throw in for the Tigers. Wynn kicks it through and knocked out of bounds by off of Sanchez, or off of Piedmont as Sanchez was there. So another throw in for the Tigers. Garcia moves ahead. Piedmont gains possession. Ball kicked out near midfield. Through the defense. And Santana will let that one chase out the back line. It'll be a goal kick for the Tigers. All volleyed back and forth by the two teams. And ball out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in. No save for Piedmont. Apparently last touch by Nas on that one. They'll actually say it was a handball, so that's going to be a free kick right along the edge. So scoring opportunity for the Wildcats here, trying to tie it up. Guymon holds a 1-0 lead, 23 minutes left to play in the first half. There's the kick. And the Guymon defense comes through, kicks it out of there. 2 with it, has it taken away though. Piedmont back with possession. Tries to kick it wide, but it's too much and goes out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for the Tigers. Down in the corner. Ball thrown ahead, headed forward twice. 2 with it, over to Guerrero, misses it. Nas gets a foot on it though, up near midfield. Piedmont takes back possession, ball tapped away by Nolasco, but Piedmont kicks it back and Santana gathers it in with his feet. There's the kick, headed forward, 2 with it. Kicks it through, and offsides call again on Sanchez. Sanchez scored his 6th goal of the season earlier tonight. Give the Tigers their 1-0 lead. All headed back towards midfield by Wynn. Kicked back through, it'll go out the back line. Subbing back into the game for the Tigers, Javier Medina and also Raul Calzadias.
Javier Medina and number 14, Raul Calzadias.
Got him.
I got +1.
Me too.
12 games later.
Piedmont gains possession right in front of the Guymon bench. Ball taken away though. Calzadias with it, up to 2. Just past Nolasco. All saved from going out of bounds by Piedmont. Ball volleyed back and forth. Guymon with possession now. Nolasco's got it. Ball kicked ahead to 2. And Piedmont wins it back there. Big kick back towards midfield, over Wynn's head. Piedmont on the attack now. Ordonez guarding the ball. Shot to the far post, and it's too wide and out the back line. So, goal kick for the Tigers. Just under 20 minutes still left in this first half, leading 1-0.
Substitution for the Wildcats.
Here's the kick. Volley back and forth between the two teams. Piedmont gains possession. They've got it near midfield. Taken away though by 2. Who kicks it ahead? Piedmont defenders there. He'll take it back. Calzadias with a kick. And ball goes out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in for the Wildcats. Big boot ahead through the defense. Santana there for the grab. Big punt ahead. Piedmont can't save it before it goes out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in for the Tigers. Calzadias with the throw in. Medina tries to run it down. Ball kicked out of bounds. And that's going to Let's say it went out along the sideline, so it'll be a throw in right at the edge. There's the toss. And a header. Back outside, Medina with it, centers it again. Knocked out by the Piedmont defense. Sanchez had it for a second, but had it taken away. And tackle called there, so it's going to be a free kick for Piedmont. One back by the Tigers, back to midfield. Piedmont with it again now. Piedmont with possession. Ball taken away by Wynn. Tried to get it to Medina, had it taken away, but two takes it away. Up ahead to Medina. Medina still with it along the sideline. Nice slide tackle by the Piedmont defender. And we're going to have a foul call there on Medina.
That's a red card.
It's a kick up ahead. Headed back by Ruiz. Headed by Piedmont as well. All still bounding around, finally out of bounds. They'll say last touch by Guymon, so it'll be a throw in for Piedmont. Arquiza has it taken away on the sideline, and Nas will kick it out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in again for Piedmont. Ball kicked out the back line, so that'll be a corner kick for Piedmont, so another scoring opportunity for them. Just over 15 minutes left to play. There's the centering kick. It's low. Still controlled by Piedmont. And nudged out. Ruiz will kick it out and out of bounds, so it'll be another throw in. Centering kick. Headed, but too high and over the top of the goals. There's the kick. Piedmont controls it. Kicks ahead. And Guymon back with possession now. Over to two. Ball nudged ahead, and it's going to be another offsides call. This time on Calzadias, just ahead of the play. There's the kick. Headed back. And out the back line, so that's going to be a corner kick. Opportunity again for Piedmont. Wynn knocked it just wide of where Santana was. Looked like he could have grabbed that one if Wynn wouldn't have got ahead on it. Just under 13 minutes left, first half. There's the centering kick. And the header over the goal again. So Piedmont has had their opportunities and come away 3 times now with nothing. Guymon still leading 1-0. That beautiful goal by Jesus Sanchez earlier. Guerrero with possession. Has it taken away. Ball kicked across the midfield stripe. Headed back by Ordonez. Urquiza tries to save it. Saves it from going out of bounds. Another header by Ordonez. Headed by Piedmont. Piedmont with possession. Ball through. Still with possession. Finally kicked out by Wynn. And last touch by Piedmont. So it'll be a throw in for the Tigers near midfield. And violation on the throw in by by Sanchez. So over to Piedmont. Ball kicked high. Still stays in bounds. Calzadias gets a foot on it. Guerrero chases it down near midfield. On the attack now. Ball still loose. Hard tackle. And there is a foul call on the field for the Tigers to try to move ahead by 2 goals. Calzadias is lined up for the kick. There's the kick. Header into the corner, and it's stopped.
Okay. We couldn't miss that. He's fat I don't think you're out about it. He's too big for me.
There's the punt back across midfield. All out of bounds. There's a throw in right in the edge of the box. Taken away by Urquiza. Kicks it out of there. Good defense there. Sanchez gets a foot on it. Slide tackle takes it away. And out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in for the Tigers. Couple of subs there waiting to go back in. Javier Medina will return to the game, as well as George Nolasco.
Number 10, George Nolasco.
Ball back out of bounds by Piedmont, so another throw in for the Tigers.
Yeah, they did a little rest for me. You can go back and forth. Yeah.
Ball taken away by Piedmont. Up ahead though, Garcia there gets back possession. Can't save it from going out of bounds though, so it'll be a throw in for Piedmont. Shot blocked by Ruiz. It'll go out of bounds, so it'll be another throw in from Piedmont from the opposite side of the field.
Substitution for the Wildcats. Number 17, Devin Reinhardt.
Here's a throw in. Wynn gets a head on it. Back out of bounds, so another throw in. Here's the throw in into the box, headed back out. Guerrero with it along the top sideline, kicks it ahead. Piedmont defense able to get it back. Ball kicked through into the box. Can't chase it down out the back line, so it'll be a goal. Hand touch on that one. Ball kicked ahead. Nolasco got it, but had it taken away off of that. Ball shot up down the sideline and out of bounds, so it'll be another throw in for the Tigers. Just over 7 minutes left to play in this first half. Guymon still leading 1-0. There's a throw in, kicked ahead.
First round, and they won here. One enough.
Header back out. That looked like that was touched by a Piedmont player with his hand, but no call on that. Guymon still with possession though.
Yep.
And ball out of bounds on Piedmont, so it'll be a throw in
They win this one here, another team has to come over.
for the Tigers. Guerrero with it, has it taken away. Piedmont on the tackle. Wynn misses on the slide tackle. Ball kicked back out though by Ordonez. Nolasco won it back. Ball kicked through up ahead. Sanchez with an opportunity in the box. Crossing kick over to Medina. Too far out in front of him. And the Piedmont goalie is able to step out and make the save. 6 minutes still to play in this first half. Guymon leading 1-0 in this quarterfinal matchup. Guymon looking to move to the semifinal semifinal round of the boys soccer playoffs. Also trying to avenge their only loss of the season. Sanchez over to Nolasco. Ball knocked away. And an offsides call. Sanchez's kick went off the off of the post anyway, but he was just called for the offsides just before that. All headed back to midfield by Garcia. Medina with it. All knocked back across midfield through the defense there. Piedmont with an opportunity. Ball into the corner of the box and kicked out by Urquiza. Out into the parking lot. 4.5 minutes left to play still.
And the block has number 11, Dylan Pond. And for the Tigers, number 14, Raul Calzadis.
Number 14, Raul Calzadis will re-enter the game for the Tigers. There's a throw into the box. Ball kicked out past midfield. Medina giving chase. Ball kicked off the Piedmont player and out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in right in front of the Piedmont bench. Calzadis with the foot on it. To Guerrero. Back out to Ruiz. Near midfield. Nas with it now. And a call on the field. Foul call, so it'll be a free kick for the Tigers. 3.5 minutes left. We've seen them from this distance. This is a scoring opportunity for the Tigers. There's the kick. It's headed back out. So it'll be a throw in for the Tigers. Guerrero controls it in the corner of the box. Can he save it? Crossing. Header. Oh, and it's blocked and knocked out of bounds. Shot right into the glove of the shortstop. Ball hit thrown in. Header. Will it get in? Still loose. It's a goal! Guymon Tigers! 2:31 left to play in the half. The Guymon Tigers take a 2-0 lead.
Goal by number 12, Eric Guerrero.
Number 12, Eric Guerrero, given credit for that goal. Piedmont now with possession. Ball kicked out of bounds by Ruiz. Piedmont was not in this position against the Tigers in their last matchup, obviously shutting out the Tigers, now trailing by 2 in this one. Piedmont 12-4 on the season. Finished 3rd in District 1. And you consider that Piedmont had 3 losses. Ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw in front of the bench for the Tigers. Under 2 minutes to play in the half. And you consider that this is the Tigers' only loss of the season. And they beat 3 teams that beat Piedmont in district play. Seems like that was kind of a fluke night and just a bad night for the Tigers. And they're sure showing it here today. Ruiz gets a foot on that one near the midfield stripe. Ball headed back across, volley back and forth. Calzadis gets a foot on it, but off the side of his foot, out of bounds. That'll be a throw in for Piedmont. Just over a minute to play in this first half. Guymon leading 2-0. Long kick ahead through the defense. They'll let that one roll all the way out the back goal kick. Clock will be at 30 seconds before they even get it off. Just trying to run out the rest of this half. Piedmont with possession. Ball kicked high up ahead, headed back towards midfield by Ruiz. Headed back across again. And ball kicked out of bounds. Under 10 seconds left to play. And that will be the half. Tigers trying to avenge their only loss of the season. Somehow lost 4-0 at Piedmont earlier this year. Off to a good start, leading 2-0 here at the half. All headed back by both teams. And kicked back towards midfield by Calzadias. Booted forward by Piedmont. And Santana will be there to grab it for the Tigers. There's the big punt up ahead. All booted back the other direction. Ordonez will chase it down and saves it from going out enough to warrant a foul. So Guymon comes away with that. Medina heads that one forward all the way back to the Piedmont goalie. He'll punt it back across. Nas misjudged that one, tried to hit it. Piedmont with the opportunity along the sideline. Centering kick across, headed back out by the Guymon defense. Good job there. That was Garcia with that header. Ball up the far sideline into the corner and out the back line. All kicked ahead. Guerrero with the header on it. Too far behind Medina. All kicked back across midfield. Taken away by Guymon. That's Ruiz with it now. Has it taken away by Piedmont. Ruiz stopped that one, gets it back up to Nolasco. Ball kicked across midfield. Piedmont gains back possession and taken back by Guymon. Guerrero with it. He'll have to stop. Kicks it across the field. Headed back towards middle by Sanchez. And the Piedmont goalie grabbed. Ball bounded around. Medina with it now. Back to Guerrero. Back to Medina. Back to Guerrero along the sideline. Back to Medina. He'll try to center it. Ball tapped away. Piedmont with possession now. Ball up ahead near midfield. Nas gets a head on it. Nas with the foot on it there. Ruiz with it. Has it taken away. Ordonez with the header. That was a handball on Piedmont, so it'll be a free kick from there for the Tigers. 36 minutes still left to play in this first half, or second half. Guymon leads 2-0. Nas comes up, gets a foot on it, kicks it towards the box. All kicked high, headed forward by Piedmont. Chased down by Sanchez. Tries to get over to Ruiz, but it's intercepted. Up along the top sideline. Taken back by Wynn. Good job there by Wynn. Ball kicked ahead on the sideline. Wynn chases it down. He'll tap it over to Santana, who kicks it back out. Headed back towards the goal. And it's going to be an offsides call on Piedmont. So it'll be a free kick from there for the Tigers. Just over 35 minutes still left to play. Calzadias outside. All kicked out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in. Ball knocked out of bounds and be another throw in for the Tigers. No, he switches the call. So it'll be for Piedmont. All near midfield, kicked ahead, and another offsides call on Piedmont. Piedmont having to push the edges of that offsides call, trailing 2-0 already. There's the free kick. Across the field, Guerrero heads it back towards the middle. And Guerrero's got possession again. There's a shot towards the goal and over the crossbar. So it'll be a goal kick for Piedmont. There's the boot towards midfield. Headed forward by Guymon, back towards midfield. Medina has it now. Takes a shot and it's way high. Another goal kick for Piedmont. Well, knocked out of bounds. It'll be a throw in just past midfield for Piedmont. Wynn gets it back up to Calzadias. Velasco with the kick over to Guerrero. Up ahead to Medina. Takes a shot to the far post, and it's too wide.
No, because they have a different name on it. That's not.
Piedmont with possession, ball kicked back across the midfield line. Guymon with it now along the upper sideline, ball up near the box. Sanchez challenges, gets it back over to Avalos. Ball taken away, back towards midfield again. Ordonez tried to get that one back, couldn't quite. And it'll roll back to Santana and picks it up. Right at 31 minutes still to play. Guymon leading 2-0 after a pair of goals in the first half. Guymon could continue this. There's a possibility they could host semifinal matchup as well, depending on the winner between East Central and Edison Prep. Avalos with it. Piedmont with the bounding kick ahead. Ball kicked ahead. Santana collision. And we do have a Piedmont player hurt on the field.
You knocked out?
And there's the kick off of Jake Watson's hands. He's able to grab it in for the save. So right off the bat, Watson with his first save. And the Guymon Tigers maintain a 2-0 lead. Foul on the field against Piedmont, so it'll be a free kick for the Tigers. Just under 30 minutes still to play. There's the kick from Medina. Piedmont comes away with possession. Nice slide tackle by Ruiz. And a foul call there on Piedmont. So it'll be a free kick for the Tigers. There's the kick into the box. Header by Medina to the cross. But it's grabbed by the Piedmont goalie just before. And the punt back past midfield. Ball headed out of bounds by Ordonez.
Substitution for the Wildcats.
So the goalie, Brian Santana, back into the game. Watson in the game for just a little while, but a big save to help keep the Tigers up 2-0. Tigers regain possession and taken back by Piedmont. All up the far sideline into the corner of the box. Back out. Ball out of bounds. And possession, they'll say, over to Piedmont. That'll be a throw in right in front of their own bench. Quickly thrown in along the top sideline. Garcia kicks it out, so another throw in. There's the throw in to the box. Header to the corner. And it's in for the goal. So we've got a tight ball game now, back to just a 1-goal game with 27:10 left to play.
Piedmont Wildcats.
Piedmont scores their first goal of the game. George Nolasco back into the game for the Tigers. Sanchez with it, has it taken away. Ordonez with the boot back towards midfield. Guerrero heads it ahead to Medina. Medina tried to leave it for Nolasco but couldn't quite get to it. Guerrero with it again. Nolasco heads it across. Ball out of bounds off of Piedmont. Throw in for the Tigers. Nolasco with it now. And Piedmont defense stops that one out of bounds. Ball headed out of bounds by Ruiz. Big boot past the back line. And a foul on Piedmont there. Both players went up and there was a shove by the Piedmont player. So free kick from there for the Tigers. All up ahead, Medina gets a foot on it. Piedmont back on the attack. Ball out of bounds. Throw in for the Wildcats. It was a dangerous situation for Guymon as they didn't really have anybody back on defense, but able to knock it away long enough to get in position now. Wynn gets a foot on it. Over to Garcia. Nolasco now. Tips it over to Avalos. Ball kicked high by a Piedmont player. Nas kicks it back towards midfield. Ball headed back and forth. Foul called on Ordonez there, so it'll be a free kick for Piedmont. Just over 24 minutes left to play. Guymon's lead has now been cut to 2-1. There's the kick into the box. Headed back out by the Guymon defense. Medina gets a foot on it. All back in by Piedmont. Back into the box, kicked out by Wynn. Avalos gets a foot on it. Nolasco with a header back towards midfield. Guerrero with the kick ahead. It's a high kick back towards midfield. Nas lets it hit out of bounds, and he'll throw it in for the Tigers.
Into the game for the Tigers. Number 6, Uzziah Urquiza.
Number 6, Uzziah Urquiza back into the game for the Tigers.
And the substitution for the Wildcats. Number 14, Colton Patz.
There's the throw in. Piedmont comes away. Big kick towards the goal. Santana there for the grab. Ball kicked ahead by Piedmont. Garcia with a foot on it. Ordonez with the head on it. Nolasco gets control of it. Taken away, Piedmont now with possession. All along the top sideline. Tried to center it. And a hand call there on Wynn, so it'll be a free kick.
Gun, that one hurts.
So an opportunity for the Wildcats to tie this one up here. There's the kick to the corner, and it's in, and we are tied at 2 apiece. A shot right into the top corner
Goal by number 7.
with 21:43 left to play. It's Guymon 2, Piedmont 2. Raul Calzadias back into the game.
Raul Calzadias.
Guymon with possession, kicks it back to the back line. Ordonez, big foot on it. All headed back across the midfield stripe. Nas with it now. Tries to get it through to Medina. Medina get foot on it. Urquiza with it, back to Medina. There's a shot to the far post. Off of the football goal post. So just a little bit high. Oh, goal kick for Piedmont. There's the boot back towards midfield. Piedmont with possession, ball kicked ahead, offsides called. So that'll be a free kick for the Tigers. Just over 20 minutes still to play in this one. Guymon was well in control, leading 2-0. But has seen Piedmont come back with 2 goals in this second half to tie it up. All knocked back and forth. Calzadias gets possession. Knocks it up top, but taken away by Piedmont. Ordonez with the stop. Ball taken away by Piedmont though. Nice sliding kick there by Ordonez. Ball out of bounds though, so it'll be a throw in for Piedmont. Long kick, cross field and out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in for the Tigers. Ruiz gets a foot on it, ball loose. Kicked ahead up the sideline. Urquiza trying to chase it down. Tries to center it, but it goes out the back line, so it'll be a goal kick for the Wildcats. Long kick ahead. Ordonez heads it back towards midfield. Ball bounds high up into the air. Nolasco heads it up to Calzadias. Nolasco tries to kick it through. Medina trying to chase it down, and there was offsides call on Medina, so a free kick for Piedmont. There's the boot up ahead. Nas gets a little header on it. Collision, that's going to be a foul on Guymon. And it looks like we're going to see a card on this one too. And a yellow card. So Hugo Hinojos will return to the game.
Tigers, number 16, Hugo Hinojos.
That was Jose Nas who was called for that. There's a shot towards the goal, roller, and Santana able to save that one. Piedmont with a kick back towards the Guymon goal. Sent back towards midfield. Ruiz kicks it up ahead. Tried to get it through. Piedmont defense blocks that one. Calzadias with it. Kicks it ahead. Medina gets a foot on it. He's got an opportunity at the goal. Ball in. Goal! Guymon Tigers! Javier Medina with the goal to give the Guymon Tigers a 3-2 lead with 16:44 left to play.
Javier Medina.
Piedmont with possession now as the game is restarted. All kicked deep, headed back out by the Guymon defense. Piedmont back with possession. All kicked out by Ordonez, and it kicked out of bounds by Hinojos. A throw in for Piedmont into the box. Ball kicked back out. Centering kick. Ball kicked high into the air. And a shot to the corner. Santana with the block.
Get down and score again, boys. Still again, you look at that.
Big boot by Santana. That one will roll all the way back to the bound, all the way back to the Piedmont goalie.
Guys, the clock stopped! The clock is stopped! The clock is, got it?
No.
The clock stopped.
Very good. It didn't stop here, but it stopped. Okay.
Yeah. We can hear it there.
I wasn't sure what wiring.
And we're back in action. 16 minutes on the clock. Had a little malfunction there. Piedmont now will throw in. Subbing in for the Tigers, number 12, Eric Guerrero, back into the game. Guymon leading 3-2 after that second half goal by Javier Medina broke the 2-2 tie. All booted back by Guymon. Calzadillas trying to control it. Back outside. Up top to Ruiz. And he's tackled there outside of the box, but that's going to be a free kick from there. The outer edge there. So a scoring opportunity for the Tigers. So Calzadillas over there to take the kick. There's a shot into the... That's a header for a goal! Miguel Ordonez puts the Tigers back up by 2 goals. 4-2 with 14:32 left to play. That's the beautiful header there by Miguel Ordonez to put the Tigers back up by 2 goals. Ball back into the box. Santana with the grab. Kicks it up ahead. Piedmont with possession near midfield. And Wynn gets a foot on it to send it back towards midfield. Sanchez was tripped up on that one. He got his foot on the top of the ball. And then a foul call, so it'll be a free kick near midfield. Actually, just a throw in. Sorry about that. So another throw in again for Piedmont right in front of their own bench. And ball rolls out the back line. So it'll be a goal kick for the Tigers. There's the big boot by Medina. All headed back across. Ordonez with the foot on it. Ball controlled by Piedmont. Ordonez gets a foot on that one, knocks it out of bounds. Back out of bounds, another throw in for Piedmont. Right in front of their bench this time. Ball thrown along the sideline, looks like it'll roll out the back line, so it'll be another goal kick for the Tigers. And substituting in for the Tigers, number 8, Alejandro Ruiz is back into the game.
For the Tigers, number 8, Alejandro.
He'll give George Nolasco a break. 12 minutes left to play. Ball rolls up past midfield. Ordonez gets a foot on it as it's brought back. And chases down the sideline, and it'll go out of bounds. So it'll be a throw in from there for Piedmont. All thrown in. Kicked ahead near midfield. Headed out of bounds by Urquiza. Ball taken away by Ruiz. Guerrero with it now. Calzadias back to Guerrero. Ball intercepted by Piedmont. Garcia trying to win it. Ball knocked out of bounds. They'll say last touch by Garcia. So throw in for Piedmont. Just under 11 minutes to play. Guymon leading 4-2. They had a pair of goals within 2 minutes of each other. All bodied out by Medina. Still loose. Guymon with possession. That's Ruiz with it. Up ahead to 2. Pass across to Calzadias. There's a shot. And it's wide and a little bit high. So Calzadias laying on the ground there as he was hit pretty solidly, but no call on that one. It'll be a goal kick for Piedmont. There's the kick towards midfield. Guerrero with the ball kicked back the other way. They'll give chase. Medina there. Saves it for Santana. Little contact with the goalie as things get a little bit chippier as the end of this game gets nearer. And the end of the season for one of these teams. Two gets a foot on it but can't curl it back inbounds, so it'll be a throw in front of the Guymon bench for Piedmont. Substitute coming into the game for Piedmont. A pair of them.
Number 17, Devin Reinhardt.
Clock down to 9 minutes to play. Guymon leading 4-2. Ordonez with the header. Over to Sanchez. Sanchez able to control it. And pass intercepted by Piedmont. All headed by Ordonez though. Medina gets a foot on it. Kicks it high and out of bounds. Two takes the ball away from behind. Piedmont wins it back. Ball kicked ahead, headed back. And a foul called there on Guymon, so that's going to give a free kick to Piedmont. Yeah, I'm going to force them to mark off the steps. Scoring opportunity for the Wildcats. There's a shot into the box. Into the corner. Santana got a foot up, bats it out. Bats it out again. It'll be a corner kick for Piedmont, but avoided that goal. 7.5 minutes left to play. Still leading by 2 goals. Here's the centering kick. headed off of Guymon across. And rolls out of bounds. They'll throw it in. Ball headed out by Garcia. Piedmont gets ahead on it. Guymon with possession now. Garcia kicks it, goes out of bounds off of Piedmont. No, they'll say last touch by Guymon. No, the referee said nope. That's Guymon ball. So kick it out of bounds, and Guymon will be happy to take the time to throw it in. So there's the throw in up near midfield. Kick from behind by Sanchez. Stays in bounds. Still in bounds. Ball kicked out of bounds by Piedmont right up one of the bystanders there, who looks to appear to have avoided a disastrous situation. Here's a throw in, just over 6 minutes left into the box, headed back out. Stopped by Ruiz though. And kicked up near midfield. It'll be another throw in for the Tigers. Under 6 minutes to play, leading 4-2, looking to advance to the state semifinals. As we mentioned earlier, East Central and Edison Prep playing, and whoever, depending on whoever wins that, Guymon could host the next round as well. There's the boot back towards midfield. Urquiza gets ahead on it. Ruiz saves it from going out of bounds. Guerrero with it. Has it taken away though. All won back by Garcia. Piedmont regains possession. Calzadias with the boot. And they'll say it was a handball, so it'll be a free kick for Piedmont. Looks like just past the midfield stripe. No, as they'll just continue to play, I guess. Looked like they had called a handball on that one. Piedmont with the back to the box. Medina with the header back out. Calzadias gets a foot on it as well. Piedmont controls it. Up to the top sideline. Into the box. Garcia defending. With the slide tackle in the corner. So it'll be a free kick from there right along the sideline. Almost a corner kick, so here's the shot. And Medina heads that one out. Two there with possession. Has it taken away though. Big kick up ahead by Garcia. So it'll be a throw in for Piedmont near midfield. 4 minutes left to play. Guymon leads 4-2. Calzadias challenges. Ball kicked out of bounds. Back over to the Tigers. Very important for the Tigers, leading by 2 goals. And there's a tackle from behind as he pulled him down. And she's reaching for her card, so we're going to see a yellow card here, I'm sure. As he reached out and just grabbed Law 2. He'll have to leave the game with just under 3.5 minutes left to play. Guymon players going to have to keep their cool here in this final 3.5 minutes, making sure that no one with a yellow card gets a second and has to miss out on next week's game. So very important that they keep their cool here. So a free kick from just outside the box. Referee will have to mark off her steps where Piedmont can set up the wall. There's a shot to the corner. Goal! Guymon Tigers! 3-3 2:23 left to play, and the Guymon Tigers have extended their lead to 5-2.
That's the boys. Oh, don't that look good?
So Miguel Ordonez with his second goal of the game. Ordonez, who normally plays in the back end on the defensive end, has been put up in that offensive end and scored 2 goals here in this second half. Guymon with possession now. Ruiz has it tapped away. Guymon gets it back. Nolasco. Now Ruiz. Ruiz kicks it up ahead through the defense. 2 with an opportunity in the box. Oh, he's hit, knocked hard to the ground into the box. So that should be a penalty kick because he's marking it in the box. So Law 2 will be lining up for the penalty kick. Clock rolling under 2.5 minutes left to play. Guymon already leading by 3 goals. Here's the shot to the corner, blocked. 2 back in for the goal! Guymon Tigers, Law 2 puts the Guymon Tigers up 6-2 with 2:17 left to play. And the Guymon Tigers look to be heading to the state semifinals.
I said
He says he's a couple of weeks.
Ball back in play. Piedmont with possession. Long shot up ahead. Urquiza with the stop.
Did he get something like
Back over to Guerrero.
Okay, that's what it is.
Guerrero with some nice footwork. Ball kicked up ahead to 2. He'll have to back it out. And ball kicked out of bounds, so that'll be a throw-in for the Tigers. Less than 2 minutes to play in this one. Nolasco gets a foot on that one. Up ahead, shot from the corner. And stopped by the Piedmont goalie. He'll punt that one out towards midfield. Did not get a good foot on that one. Ball kicked out of bounds. So it'll be another throw in for the Tigers. 1.5 minutes left to play. All up ahead. Piedmont on the attack. And a shot is too high. Over the top of the crossbar. So it'll be a goal kick for the Tigers. Clock now under a minute to play. There's the boot from Medina. Back to midfield. Headed back into by Piedmont. Ball near midfield. Having trouble controlling it. Guymon now with possession. Foul called on the field. Clock now at 30 seconds. And the Guymon Tigers are going to be headed to the state semifinals as these final seconds roll off. Medina will take the free kick. Clock now at 15 seconds. There's a low line driver. All into the box. Kicked out and out of bounds. Final seconds roll off. The Guymon Tigers have defeated the Piedmont Wildcats 6-2 to advance to the 5A state semifinals. We'll have to wait and see who they play. It's either Edison Prep or Tulsa East Central. Depending on who wins, the Tigers may be hosting as well. We thank you for joining us for more Guymon Tiger Soccer on PTCI Channel 2. Good night from Tiger Stadium.